Definitely the most ambitious plan we have, which we have not even worked on. It's just an idea. Is an actual quality fashion brand, not merch, not some printed T-shirts, just actual brands, full collections, working with various designers.
Thanks for coming on. I am a bit hectic, as you might have noticed when I was getting set up. There's a lot going on. Christmas coming up, Christmas shopping, NFT space keeps you busy. Just a lot going on.
All day, every day.
Yeah, but other than that, I'm just really good.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, Soho Kids. That's what we want to talk about. It's been kind of the reason why I reached out to you is, by the way, do you like your, I don't know if you have the stream open, but I can
open it really quick.
Oh, you don't have to. I just maybe chat. You can appreciate the really fancy thumbnail.
Oh yeah, that's professional.
Yeah, that's really professional right there.
Yeah, looks great.
But yeah, I feel like Soho Kids came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it was just blowing up on my Twitter feed. I checked out the Discord. I felt like I was a little bit early, just maybe a couple hundred people in Discord, and then I checked the day after, and you had over 1,000. How did that happen?
Well, that's a great question, because I feel like I don't know myself. I reached out to Diogo with an idea for a project a few months ago. I know he's really into fashion. I'm really into fashion. He's done some work before. And so we've been friends for a long while now. So we just hit it off and started working. And we already had a lot done. And we were just like, okay, wait, we didn't even show anyone. There's no Twitter. There's nothing. So let's make the Twitter page. Let's let people know. And I thankfully have a lot of good friends in the community as well that helped me reach out. I didn't ask anyone.
Yeah, it was pretty organic, right?
Yeah, I didn't ask for any promotion. I just told people like, hey, this is my thing. This is what I'm working on. And they were all on board and tweeted about it. And I'm very thankful for that, because our growth mainly came from that moment.
Yeah. Is that Jack in the chat? Maybe
on my Discord?
No, just in the Twitch chat. If it's the Jack, hey, welcome. Good to see you, man.
Oh, it's Jack.
Yeah.
I saw him commenting on the JPEG giveaway.
Yeah. LFG for sure. Yeah, good to have you, man. Yeah, so just a fair warning, I didn't go full cyber stock mode on you to prepare for this stream. I say that it's on purpose, but it's also because I ran out of time. But like so obviously Diogo, is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah.
Diogo and yourself, you're behind Soho Kids, right? Is there anybody else behind the project?
It's the two of us, and we also have our friend who's not really public, but he's our dev. He's gonna do the whole coding part for generating, and the minting. We're still deciding on how we'll do minting. We're half and half between just using NFT Maker Pro like most people do, or the custom minting service, but a little bit of a dev. The dev work is being worked on by him.
Okay, nice. Yeah, because I mean, it seems to be like 50-50 when I talk to creators, whether they're developing something themselves or using a third-party service. Do you have any?
Yeah.
Do you have any opinions on that? Have you learned already which way is the way to go?
I think NFT Maker Pro does an awesome work, but there's no denying that a custom mint service will always be superior. If the hype is there, if the need is there to set things up in a much more professional and much more in a much better way to set everyone up.
Yeah.
I think that will be the best thing to do.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured as well. All right. I want to jump more into Soho Kids in a bit, but about you, Oxy, I've seen you around for a while now. Social media manager, JPEG store. What can you tell me and others who might not know you very much about yourself, and like how did you get into the space and all of that?
I've been in crypto and crypto for like not 2 years now, but about a year and a half, and into NFTs. I've looked around, but only actually purchased my first NFTs, which were on Cardano, like 6-7 months back now.
That's still pretty early.
Around May. Yeah, May. Before, CNFT.io and just still trading on Discord and those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And the thing I work on mainly is, marketing, as you can see with the social media part at JPEG Store. I've been doing marketing for about 4 years now. I'm 19. I started when I was 15, building e-commerce, stores and making brands on Instagram and, selling a couple things, moving on to the next thing. It's that's what I've been mainly working on these past few years.
Gotcha. Sorry, somebody just pointed out that I messed up your fancy Discord icon.
The layout.
Oh, there you go. Thanks, Will. By the way, if Jack, if you're still in the chat, I tried to DM you, cold DM you. I'd never do that really, but check your DM requests. Yeah, that's my that's my opportunistic self right there.
The live networking. This is how we do it.
Exactly. No, this is one of the reasons why I've been busy. I've been working on an event at the end of the year that I'm excited about, and that you probably know a little bit about because talk about it in the server. Okay, so you're almost up to 2,000 people in your server right now. That's crazy.
I didn't know that myself. Wow.
Yeah, it's just happening so fast. But you're launching in January or Q1? Like, do we have any more info on that?
My target date will be around mid-January.
Mid-January, okay.
My tentative date. That will depend a lot on, any roadblocks I may come across. Everything is still pretty early. We have a lot done, but, I don't think I'm in a position to
make any promises.
To be giving a right date.
Yeah.
An exact date.
Yeah, and it's usually better to under promise and over deliver.
100%.
I've noticed. So
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. You're only 19?
Yeah, I'm 19.
Wow. So you got a lot of experience in the space considering only being 19. So is your background then in what, marketing?
Social media.
Social
mainly,
media? Yeah. Okay. And
a bit of e-commerce, mostly e-commerce, honestly. And I am. How do you say this in English? Give me a second.
English is actually my second language as well. I've lived in the US for a long time, but.
Oh really? I did not know that.
Icelandic.
I was studying marketing, basically in university.
Okay.
And I ended up dropping out because I didn't feel like it was really achieving my goals. I was in a marketing course learning, maths for half of the things.
Yeah.
I was like, no, okay, I'm just gonna move on, do my own thing, learn from a more specialized source.
I think, you haven't regretted that, have you?
No, definitely not.
No, that sounds like a sensible option for a lot of people.
Yeah, especially with marketing. I think I heard somewhere that you also have a marketing background, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think you know what I mean when I say that. You can learn marketing online.
Oh, absolutely. That's everything I know. I taught myself. I studied economics, and I started a PhD program in economics, and I got a master's degree in business. But everything that I know about marketing, I learned myself. So
yeah, the information is out there.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Sometimes
that down and learn.
Sometimes the main thing though is just finding your thing. Like, what are you passionate about? What is your thing that you're gonna be just going all in on and honing your skills for? And sometimes finding that thing can be the hardest thing. But it seems like you have found your thing, which is cool.
Feel like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diogo, he's the artist, right?
Yeah. Correct.
What can you tell me about him and his work and his background?
I would recommend just going to his media and scrolling down.
Okay.
He is studying. I think it's design, and it's already worked with fashion brands in the past, smaller fashion brands here in Portugal. He's also done a lot of 3D work I think he's posted a couple of pieces on Foundation, which is Ethereum, but I don't think he has a lot of traction there, but his work is absolutely insane.
Damn. Yeah. I've looked through his work just once before yesterday, and yeah, I was just immediately blown away by the quality. It kind of gave me I hope it's a compliment, but it immediately reminded me of Ugly Bros. And talking to them.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean it as a compliment because he is also very, very talented. So he's obviously been doing this for a long time. Is he your age? Yeah. Is he older or?
He is 22, I believe.
Okay.
I think it's 22. If you go to his media and if you look at my profile pic after, the bandana that my profile pic is wearing is actually in his media just as a standalone piece.
Wait,
on his Twitter.
On his Twitter?
Personal Twitter, yeah.
What am I looking for? Am I being the old man right now?
Tab. On the media tab.
Media tab. Okay. Gotcha.
Scroll down a bit and the bandana is there. I always show off this piece because I just like it so much. You have to scroll quite a bit, I think.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted already. Damn. Yeah, if you guys haven't already, go give him a follow.
Oh, definitely.
Go give him a follow.
He's actually thinking of burning those pieces on ETH.
Oh, really?
The ones that he posted and minting them in Cardano if anyone shows interest. I mean, he's open to auction them.
I think there would be interest. That's my.
Yeah.
Ooh, is this the one you were talking about? The bandana?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That is a really cool piece, I think. Just as a standalone, and then you see it on the NFT, and it looks insane.
Yeah, that is insane. Oh, Cash. Hey Oxy, why do you hate CNFT IO so much?
No comment.
No comment, Cash.
Cash is instigating.
Yeah, I see what he's doing there. But yeah, maybe that's not a path that we should go down. But I will say
talk a bit about that.
I will say that I created my own document here. On Google Sheets. I think it was more for therapy reasons. Where is it? I probably shouldn't be doing this live, but my Viking Squad knows. What was that? I think I activated Google on my tablet.
Yeah, I think you activated Google. I think it said okay.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah, anyway, I created a document where I just listed all the improvements, like UX improvements for CNFT.io. And it started as just like my own therapy, because I knew nobody's going to listen to my suggestions. So I just wrote them down. But I think it might actually be useful. But yeah, it ended up being a very long list, unfortunately.
Yeah, I imagine.
So,
and I use CNFT IO daily.
Yeah.
Cash.
All right. There you go. There you go.
Not my favorite marketplace, but I still respect it, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely something you got to keep in mind, what they've done for the space, and you at least 100%. Have to have respect for that being so
well,
early.
I was here before they came out, so I definitely know the effect that that they had.
Yeah, good point. But how did you get on board with JPEG-Thor? When did that happen?
I tested their store day one, and actually posted a video about it, and it got a bit of quite a few interactions because no one was actually using JPEG-Thor at the time.
Oh, okay.
It was day one, and everyone was very sketched out because they came out of nowhere. And I tested it out. I posted a video, and on the same day I had some issues with actually with JPEG-Thor. So I reached out to Blake, and he hopped on a video call and helped me out.
Oh wow, that's going above and beyond.
Yeah, yeah, he's great. He does this a lot as well. It's
really?
It wasn't just day one. Now we have most issues pretty much automated to fix, so there's no need for much of that. But if necessary, he'll always do that. But
nice.
A few weeks later, I think it was like 2 to 3 weeks, I was actually looking for a job, and I just said like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Can I swear? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. It's casual stream. I hope nobody's offended in the chat. I don't think we got that kind of crowd.
And I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna post it up on Twitter. Hey, this is my expertise. I want to work with marketing and social media. Oh,
seriously?
And I got like
I didn't know
100 DMs at that day.
Whoa.
Over 100 DMs from just all types of projects, new projects, old projects, and I was like, wow, okay, this actually works. I think people are scared to broadcast themselves, but I actually heard about this. Was in that space that KDev hosts with Cinnamon Bun and David King. It's Real Talk. Yeah, Real Talk.
Yeah, Real Talk.
They were like, there's so many projects that want people, but it's hard to find. Like, just broadcast yourself. And the day after I did it, and it works, I got all those DMs, and then ended up getting a DM that was like Oxy with a bunch of Ys, and it was from Blake.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, let's hop on a call. Let's see if we can onboard you. So that was pretty great.
That's pretty awesome because, I think you're totally right. People are, just in general, people are afraid of putting themselves out there. I can relate to that, you know, especially if you're an introvert or you tend to doubt yourself in some way. I just don't think about just putting myself out there, and sometimes just asking honestly, never hurts.
Yeah, exactly. You don't lose anything with it. At most, you just get no interactions on that tweet, and no one cares.
Exactly.
There's no one that's gonna look at you and be like, "Oh, look at this guy trying to broadcast himself." Of course not.
Exactly.
People
especially
actually appreciate that.
Yeah, especially if you're just being authentic and keeping it pretty real, then there's no shame in that. Got some, by the way, I think Oxy, you can see the chat. So if you guys have any questions for Oxy, just type them in the chat and we'll get to them. Got a few new viewers in here, so thanks for hanging out, guys. Where were we, man? Yeah, how you got
I lost myself too.
How you joined JPEG-Thor. But I'm gonna be like, we're all on the same team, right? You know, that's why I don't want to be.
In what sense?
You know, in terms of which marketplace comes out on top, and you know, that's why I don't want to be. I try to stick with the positives, right? And to say something positive, I've been using JPEG-Thor basically since smart contracts, and have nothing but a good I can see a couple of things that can be improved. I guess UX is kind of my hobby, if you will. But overall super smooth, pretty slick, and obviously good people behind it. So
definitely.
And we need more people to be listing and buying through smart contracts, in my opinion.
I think we've seen a lot of activity with smart contracts lately.
Yeah.
And, I definitely agree that we're all in the same place, in the same team when it comes to that. I just the other day I was talking to Cass from Artifacts. I bought some of his NFTs. I talked a bit with Steve from Genesis as well. Most of those people are pretty great people trying to push the ecosystem forward.
Yeah.
As well as Matej from I'm sorry if I butcher his name, from Artano, also a great person.
Yeah, that's been such a nice, and I guess that's I don't know if you see the screen that I'm looking at, but looking at the marketplace volume here, something that we're, I guess, missing from this data, because I like to see how much volume the entire market is moving, and I'm sure Artano, even though it's very different, it's so
curated. So.
Yeah, exactly. But I'd love to see some numbers from them at some point.
Yeah, me too.
Because they are.
I love to just look at Artano sometimes and just be like, wow, there's so many great people.
I know, it's kind of like the same reason I don't have to go to OpenSea as much anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is not something that you see on Twitter. You know, maybe I follow the wrong people. I do agree that it's something I need to follow more of these artists. But you know, seeing this kind of art on Cardano is pretty crazy.
I mean, these artists are most likely on Twitter, but it is, you know, it's usually hidden by noise, you know,
by all the noise, by all the 10K projects.
Yeah. Yep.
By projects like mine, to be honest, I'm not saying that I'm low quality, but I do agree that, you know, all of these projects are saturating things quite a lot, and we don't have a lot of space for these one-of-one artists. And that's why I love what Benjamin Club is doing and what Cash is doing, just broadcasting and giving these artists a space.
Exactly.
It's pretty cool.
Exactly, and that has been kind of my passion and my interest from the start. And I promise we'll get back to your project eventually. But
I like this chat.
But that's because I agree with you. Like, I think that if we are going to move forward as a space with Cardano NFTs, we have to find a place for these talented one-to-one artists that have been doing art, you know, for decades in some cases. Like, let's make a place for these artists to come in here and showcase their talent, because there's so much talent out there. And I think there's place for both. You know, there's place for the randomly generated PFPs, and then there's space for this. Like, it's not it's not competing against each other. Anyway, mini rant over. All right. So where are you in the, you say that you're pretty early, but like what is on your agenda these days for Soho Kids?
Number one, website. It's so hard to find a good web dev.
Yeah,
it's so hard. Paying good money, even, because I pay everyone that works with me good money. I'd like to say I think all my mods are pretty happy as well. But even paying good money, it's very hard to find a quality web dev that's willing to, you know, do. And I'm not even looking for anything to high quality, but I just want something that looks cool. But it's very hard to find people. But that's definitely on my main bucket list, on my main working list.
Yeah.
Second, Diogo is pretty sick right now. I think he caught COVID, unfortunately. So he not a lot of sneak peeks lately, but he's been still working, and I'm like, dude, come on, just rest.
Yeah, but health first.
What? Sorry?
I said health should always come first, you know?
Definitely.
When docs, chat asks.
I don't like that.
we talked about that a little bit before.
Yeah.
Before the chat.
I definitely don't mind doxing. It's just, you know,
when the time is right.
I was thinking about it as well, and then Peppers talked to me a little bit about that, and he's like, hey, I have my Cypher Kicks project. We're pretty successful, and people haven't seen my face, you know. As long as you make yourself trustworthy,
that's the main thing,
person, people will trust you. You don't need to show your face. This is crypto anyways. People don't need to know what you're doing and where you are, as long as you're doing good work.
Exactly. It's about building trust. I think that's the main thing, and why people want project creators to docs is just to improve trust. But if you have already built up trust in other ways by being, invested and being
part of the community,
exactly, then that kind of eliminates that need. I would have to agree with that. So yeah, hope that answers that question.
As someone said, I also get people who'd be turned off if a project doesn't have docs members. I agree. I'm also turned off. It's a double-edged sword in that sense. I understand that people may not like that they can't see my face and who I am. You can see the Diogo, I guess. He's public.
Yeah, that's true. But again, like I saw it. I was not put off by projects that Fahadukan was behind just because before he had doxed himself.
Yeah,
that was actually a huge plus, even though I'd never seen his face.
Exactly.
So, yeah, he was just talking about Peppers. He's not affiliated with CypherKicks. Yeah. Just to make that clear.
I talked about this in the Dijon Crypto Club chat, and Peppers was there, and he gave me this knowledge. Just told me about his own experience with having a project and not being doxed.
You're pretty big into degens, aren't you?
I'm not very invested in degens actually, as much as people may think. I just have my profile pic and like 4 other.
Okay. Did you mint your profile pic?
No. I traded for it.
You traded for it
on day 1.
Okay. All right. Now, I mean,
traded like a floor space bid for it.
Okay, that's probably a good trade in retrospect.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Most definitely. Are there any? I mean, I assume there are no influences in what you're doing. It's coming from with Soho Kids. That is. It's just
influences
like from other projects, other artists, or is it just coming from Diogo's mind?
I think Smiles verse. I think is a pretty big, not an inspiration. Yeah, it's definitely not something we take from, but we are inspired. We are inspired by their approach to fashion. It's an Ethereum project, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, can you say that again? I'm curious now.
Smiles, but I'll send you the Twitter.
Yeah.
Let me just send you the Twitter. I'll send you through DM.
Cool, thanks.
Smiles first.
Will asks if you were gonna sell or trade your. Yeah, didn't you get a big offer for your profile?
Pretty big offer, but no one.
They didn't
pay. Yeah, they didn't pay.
Come on. Yeah, that's how it is. But I
am actively selling it, but I'm not promoting. That selling it. If it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, I'm not mad. That is my identity, kind of, at this point. So
yeah, it kind of is. Because I associate your name immediately. Okay, yeah, this looks like a really cool ETH project.
That would be like our inspiration when it comes to the ethos and the brand.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just actually working with fashion and working with fashion designers and building that streetwear kind of vibe to it.
Do you think that is something that's missing from Cardano, or do you like?
Definitely.
Yeah.
100%. That's why we're doing it.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to be that project that is bridging fashion and NFTs, but covered that field on Cardano, because no one. Voodoo Brigada is kind of touching on it, but I think it falls into a different category. They love that project as well.
We
were missing that part, I think, and I think it's our place to fill that in.
Makes sense, because that Voodoo was the first project that I thought of, and I interviewed them last week, I think. And
I saw. They're great people.
Great people.
I love to just hear them talk.
I know. I didn't have to say a thing. Like just
they could just go on.
I love that. They're so passionate about what they're doing, and
definitely
the amount of hard work they're putting into the project, I just think is underappreciated, and that's why I wanted to talk to them.
I agree.
But then I see what you're doing, what you're working on, and it is different from what Voodoo is doing.
Yeah. The idea of fashion and, that ethos is about the same, but, the actual way that we incorporate it, I think is quite different.
I agree. Are you doing the full body images, or are you doing, it was a question from chat.
We might, not for the main chat, not for the main drop.
Okay.
But we are planning to work with designers in the future. Just smaller designers or even big if we ever come to that. And I would love to do that, because if we do work with designers, the way that we would work with it is we take from one of their collections, take the full collection, and just randomly generate it as our own props and a lot of cool stuff. And we'd be missing pants, we'd be missing belts and shoes and a lot of stuff. I don't want to just work with the top part of a designer's collection, but this is something that me and Diogo still got to talk about.
Yeah,
it definitely has the capacity to do something like that. But for the main drop that's coming most likely in January, it will be just profile pic cropped by the chest.
The chest, okay. And remind me, is that 10,000?
We're doing 5,000.
5,000.
I didn't want to do 10,000, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely more ambitious, but it's also, to me right now, it feels like if you start off with 10K drop, it kind of limits you in moving forward a little bit. Do you feel the same way? Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because if you want to drop more, people, I don't really care if people look at me sideways and tell me, "Oh, that's too much." I'm not going to be changing it. I know Growing Pains did, and I was not a fan of that. I even reached out to them. I was like, "Hey, why did you lower your quantity? You have quality. You have enough of a following. I think you should just stick to yourself." Sometimes taking community input is very important, but sometimes community just wants more scarcity because they want more money.
Yep.
They want a bigger flip. Just stick to your plans. Most of the time, you'll be just fine if you actually work for it.
Yeah, it's a fine balance. I think you're totally right.
Yeah.
It's a fine balance.
You gotta listen, but you can't listen to everything.
Exactly. You at some point you have to be confident in what you're doing and what you're creating, the quality that you're providing, and just back it. You're confident that you can back it up, and the price tag and the number of NFTs that you're dropping, it kind of just confirms that. I had somebody, a creator, reach out to me yesterday, asking me, "Hey, I think I want to raise my price from 50 ADA to 60 ADA, but I'm very, afraid of what the community is gonna think about it." But my advice is, it really depends on the project. If you're creating something like unique, one-to-one, really high quality, and you are fully confident in what you're creating, then raising the price can actually be a good thing. It's just like fine wine, right? Like sometimes people will find it more desirable if you raise the price. It's counterintuitive, but obviously if it's not a quality project, then it will have the exact opposite effect.
It also does matter a lot how you actually present it. You can't just say, "Hey,
for sure,
raising the price."
Yeah,
that's it. Like, you have to be you have to explain really well.
Yeah,
because price is a very different metric to quantity. Price is, touches a lot more into people's wallets, so they care a lot more. If you,
True.
If you add, like, if I said I was gonna do 6,000 NFTs, I don't think people would care. But if I up the ADA amount, to the amount that 6,000 would give me, people would care a lot more, because it's very psychological, and prices I think are much more
Yeah, it's more
very,
personal. It affects you directly. Yeah.
It's a metric that you got to think of a lot more before you drop.
Yeah. It can be very delicate.
I think you can change quantity, you can change some of your plans, but price is very, very, finicky when it comes to that.
Absolutely. Have you decided on the price?
No.
Okay. Still working on it.
40 to 50, never more than 50.
Yeah.
I think that's the right play.
That sounds reasonable to me, considering the quality, because it's about the quality, the type of NFT that you're creating, but also about the supply. I think somebody in the chat mentioned old money bills going at 80 ADA for 7,500, and
that's pretty ambitious.
Yeah, the general consensus in my server was that's a little bit too ambitious. And it's a fine balance, and then they could be sold out within, an hour if the price was 50, or the quantity was 2,500.
Going back to the Growing Pains thing where they lowered their supply, I think a great project to look at is Universe 25.
Yep.
They were like, everyone was like, oh, I thought you were doing only 2,500. I thought you were doing 5,000. What do you mean you're doing 10,000? It was in the plan since the start, but people just, I don't think were aware. I wasn't aware myself. I had my own doubts.
Yeah.
As an investor, I also have my own doubts. But I believe that team so much, and I was not surprised to see it sell out. Yeah,
I had been looking at them for a long time, and I was a little bit taken aback by the 10K announcement. But yeah, I still minted a lot of them because I just like them. Yeah.
I think like 15. I love that project.
I think I got 6 or 8 or something. But yeah, so it sounds like we're on the same page. Not that you have to listen to anything that I have to say, but
no, I do agree.
I tend to agree with you. Okay.
Soho K.
Soho K. There you go. All right. Okay. So is this the main thing that you're working on, or what? Do you have enough time in the day to work on this project? How much time does it take?
No, too much.
Yeah.
I do have enough time, but it's
to get any sleep.
Between my personal life and between Soho Kids, I gotta plan my days out very well.
Yeah.
But I have delegated a lot of the work as well.
That's smart.
Very, very trustworthy people.
Mm-hmm.
Diogo is. I'm doing social media. I'm doing the community management, and Diogo got our latest partnership with a fashion magazine.
Nice.
And because
he has exciting.
Some connections on that area, so he's doing a little bit of that work as well.
Okay.
But I definitely have enough time for it. I just gotta be very, very responsible with my time.
Yeah. So you can't just be hanging out in Discord and minting every new project that comes out anymore.
I try. I have whitelists, and I missed most of my whitelists at this point.
I know.
I barely missed Happy Hoppers. I just had 5 minutes to work on minting the artifact moon pieces.
Yeah, I missed out on those.
A bunch of good mints. I barely missed Equine as well.
Oh, really? Well, they even gave you 24 hours for that one.
Exactly.
So yeah, you must be busy. Cash is asking if you're full-time NFTs now.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, I guess
at this point.
Now that you're with JPEG Store too, I can imagine.
Exactly.
Yeah. Crypt, behave. Okay, I feel like this project has a lot of potential to do cool things. You already mentioned a fashion magazine, and just go in that route with designers and stuff. Do you already have ideas for that kind of stuff?
I do have ideas for what designers I want to work with, but I think we do need to prove ourselves to designers.
Okay, and how are you going to do that? Just with
the main drop, I think.
Yeah,
the main drop, I think, is going to be the main thing, because we want to, when we work with designers, we're going to give them some pretty pretty good, compensation. We will be using their work. We'll be adapting it, but using their pieces and their designs within our own designs. So that will be a pretty cool way to support, these smaller designers that have such great work and such great pieces. I'm still thinking if I want to do 100% the streetwear vibe. Okay. Depending on the designers we get. Yeah. If we get some cool high fashion designers, I think we can do some cool stuff with that. Definitely.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like you can take it in so many cool different ways.
Definitely the most ambitious plan we have, which we have not even worked on, it's just an idea, is an actual quality fashion brand, not merch, not, some printed t-shirts, just actual brands, full collections, working with various designers. But that's a plan for a year's work.
Wow.
Or even more ahead. So that's not something that I'm very invested in right now or working with.
But it's an awesome idea, and it would be taking it kind of to the next level just in the CNFT space in general. I don't think anybody has really done that.
Yeah, people do merch a lot, and I know DJs wanted to do merch, and they had they were planning high quality merch, not just some print on demand.
Sure.
Which is really cool, but I think we want to elevate that, and we'll have quality, but we'll also actually be a brand and not just a logo or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the best I've seen so far is just making sure that
Clay Nation I think is doing a pretty good job with their merch.
Yep, I agree.
It looks pretty high quality. The design is good, but I don't think it's out yet, right? If it was out, I would have bought some, so it's definitely not out.
Yeah, probably not. But yeah, I haven't gotten my hands on any CNFT merch yet. Which is kind of criminal, but yeah, I really want some.
I do have some Mutant Ape merch.
Oh, nice.
Because I had a mutant like
you did
2 or 3 months back. Yeah.
Oh, nice. How did that happen?
I picked one up when I started with like $2,000 with crypto, and I'm thankful enough to be in the place I am right now.
Wow.
And I managed to pick one up for 3 ETH.
Ooh.
When it was pretty much the NFT bear market. I pretty much bought, the lowest price possible ever, because it dipped to that price, and it's just pumped from there on up. And I sold pretty early. I paper-handed like a 10K profit if I sold like 1 month later, but it happens.
It does happen, and you can't really look back. I'm experiencing that with selling my Pavia waterfront estate too early. Yeah. Hey, but it's still a nice profit, and
definitely.
This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen.
About that. I was pretty early on, some of those shit coins like SafeMoon and everything. I sold SafeMoon, and if I hadn't sold, I would have had like 20K at the top.
Oh man,
but
yeah.
Who really sells the top?
No, nobody does really. All right, now quickly. Yeah, exactly. Quickly, this is the awkward self-shill section.
I'll help you.
Can you help me?
Yeah.
All right. What
are we shilling?
Well, the stream. So what should the viewers be doing right now?
The viewers.
Yeah.
Viewers. There's this great thing that Twitch has. It's the little star subscribe button. It gives you so many benefits, and you get to support this awesome person right here. So if anyone can subscribe right now, that would be so great.
Man, that was...
See? And follow. See?
Damn.
Lewis. It's Lewis. Hey, Lewis. How are you doing, man?
You guys should... you should be streaming, not me. Like, you're better at this than I am. Appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. If you have Amazon Prime, don't forget that you have a free sub with Amazon Prime.
Ooh, I didn't know that. No, I'm kidding. I didn't know that.
That's true.
Well,
and you get those cool emojis. Look at that.
There you go. Look at those emojis. And you get the hammer of Thor Mjolnir icon. Man, that was excellent. Okay, back to what we're here for. Have I asked you everything about Soho Kids? What? Probably not. What am I forgetting to ask you about?
Let me think.
Have you spent much time in the Discord? Like, is there a community vibe already in there?
There's not been a lot of news, so we're just like, hey, what's up, and how you doing?
It's so new too.
Stuff. Yeah, because we haven't showed a lot, but I think I see very active members. I see a lot of really cool people. And someone just said Mecha Soho confirmed, and that's a fucking great idea. This is not a confirmation, but I'm writing that down.
He's writing it down.
I'm writing that down.
Nice.
I hadn't thought of that. But yeah, and I think the first day was the best day, definitely, because I just saw all those people joining.
Yeah.
And the best part of it was actually seeing people that I only know for their NFT profile pics, posting their own pictures, showing their outfits, showing their face even. And I was like, oh, these are real people.
Yeah, I love seeing
actual
that.
People that are here. 4-5 Jeff, I know, joined, and he posted a bunch of his pics. And I was like,
I missed that.
If you go into fit pics, there's quite a few photos. There's even a picture of me, not my face, but
your project should be under exciting upcoming for a good reason. I try to organize. I mean, it's kind of messy. Why did it fail to load?
Feet pics, not feet, not actual shoe or non-shoe pics. Please.
Fit pics.
Do not show your feet. Yeah, there's a bunch of people that are active in the CNFT community, and
that's cool. I totally missed this channel.
It's really cool to just see the people hanging out.
Yeah,
a lot of people that I knew from DGens, hidden from Reapers.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I love when projects do that, and it kind of makes to me, it makes the community feel more personal, and you just get more invested. You feel closer to everybody.
You get to talk about a lot of other stuff that other than just CNFTs.
Exactly. Yeah, that's cool. All right, I cut you off with that question though. What were you about to say when I asked you? What am I forgetting to ask you about?
Oh,
isn't that a great question? What am I forgetting to ask you about?
I think that. Oh, right. I don't think there's much you forgot about. Maybe just talk a little bit about the partnership, since not a lot of it has been announced yet.
Yeah.
Basically, just going through it pretty quick. We ran through the project with them, and they were on board like right away. It's they're a pretty cool group of people running an online fashion magazine and culture magazine.
How do you pronounce their name?
Contra Cultura.
Contra Cultura. No,
it's not easy for non-Portuguese people.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were on board, and we'll most likely have 1 or 2 pop-up parties for all my Portuguese people.
So oh, cool.
We might be able to meet soon.
Wow.
Maybe a little bit in the future when COVID calms down, and we might get to have these cool parties and other stuff, and we'll just hop in and hang out in there. And
Lewis, man.
I still gotta tell you to do long hair.
I'm working on mine, but yeah, I got a long way to go, Lewis. Jeez, it's impressive. Very fit, very fit.
Nice beanie as well.
Yeah.
What a chat.
It looks rare.
Oh yeah, it looks rare. I just minted this Lewis NFT.
All right.
But yeah, that's mainly it. And they'll be posting a little bit about us as we develop on their Instagram.
Very cool.
And also,
yeah,
they'll probably be providing most of the connections with designers right now. They've worked with a lot of big brands, with Nike, Adidas, Vans.
Yeah.
And they'll probably be providing most of these connections with designers, which is pretty cool.
That is very cool. That's a big brain move right there, because I'm sure. I mean, it's basically their job to have connections with these designers and brands. So
it's not easy to find these 1,000 and 2,000 follower designers on Instagram.
No, I know.
We know quite a few of them since we're interested in this scene, but if it's not easy at all to find people like this.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, that's cool. That sounds very promising. Do you think you'll go beyond Portugal, or is Portugal going to be your focus?
Possible. If possible, we'll do worldwide.
Yeah.
But this was the easiest way for us to reach out to someone that was working on our industry, since Diogo had the nice connections. We want to work with brands out of Soho as well, if possible. That would be really cool.
That would make sense.
I want to go to Soho myself.
Yeah.
Actually, Fettuccini from Angel Baby Hit Squad, he DM'd me and it was like, "Hey, are you based in Soho?" And I'm like, "Oh, no, unfortunately not." And he was like, "Oh, if you were, I wanted to hang out and talk for a bit." Damn. Okay.
That's why I was surprised to hear that you were from Portugal. I just assumed at first.
Yeah, I think most people will assume that. But based in Soho.
But that's the street fashion kind of reference, I guess. Yeah.
Soho is Soho. There's various Soho. There's London. There's England. I think there's one in Australia. Maybe I'm wrong, but they're basically the fashion industry, the fashion streets of the fashion capitals and streets of the world.
Gotcha. Yeah. This is where my ignorance starts showing. A lot of
people have actually told me that I'm not very fashion savvy or anything, but I still like it. And I think
same.
The thing about that is fashion will be a lot like art, like a lot of things. You don't need to know a lot to actually look at it and appreciate it.
Exactly.
So, you don't need to be a big fashion person to like our NFTs. You don't need to be a big fashion person to even own our NFTs and enjoy them, because fashion is supposed to be pleasing to the eye, and that's it.
Exactly.
If it looks good, it looks good. You don't need to have that knowledge.
That's exactly it. They're just good looking NFTs, and it took me a day or two before I realized. Well, actually, it just took me reading more about the project in the Discord. But at first, I just gave the NFTs the sneak peek here, like a quick glance, and I was like, okay, these are cool, these are high quality, looks amazing. But then afterwards I found out that it's about fashion, and so I agree. I don't think you don't have to be really into fashion to appreciate the project.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, man, we've reached our hour already.
Oh wow, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that was fast. So, chat, this is your last chance to ask Oxy any appropriate or inappropriate question. Yeah. Let's see what you got. Because if not, I'm gonna let him go. He's wasting an hour of his precious time on me and you guys.
I reserved an hour and a half. So if you want to talk for a bit more, I'm down. If not, then we can just call it a day.
Lewis really wants your giveaway piece. I don't blame him. How much
giveaway piece?
royalties? Yeah, that's a good question.
I did put out if you go to community poll,
okay,
on the Discord, we've decided on 2.5 royalties with a pretty big consensus. Yeah, that's, I think you can tell. I don't think it's showing on stream, but
I might have cropped it a little bit too much here.
But I can just say it. I asked if the community was okay with 2.5%, and there were 530 people saying yes and 13 saying no. So I think the consensus is there for 2.5%.
Wonder if the 13 wanted higher royalties.
A lot of people did, actually, and
I think 2.5 is not very much.
Yeah, I don't think 2.5 is a lot is a lot for royalties either. I think even 3, 4, even 5, I'll be happy to pay with other projects.
I agree.
But 2.5, I would feel greedy if I took more than 2.5, even though I am happy to pay it.
Yeah,
for other projects.
Like Cryptician here says, I mean, it's just kind of like the standard. But then I'm not.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not upset if I pay a little bit more, especially for the higher quality projects. And I'm okay with paying royalties up to 10% for the one-to-one, like really.
Oh, definitely. Exactly. I've been saying this a lot as well. We definitely agree on that.
Yeah.
If it's a one-of-one piece, I'll pay 10, 15% of royalties, of course.
Yep.
And I just want to say hi to Call Me Nighthawk. It's great to have you here. We still got to schedule our Twitter space. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you.
She's always... Oh, man.
20 UTC is very hard for me, but I can definitely...
Nighthawk is the networking genius.
She's great. Yeah, I always pop into her spaces when I can.
Yeah, great Twitter spaces. There's one actually in an hour that I'm joining her for.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to be trying to listen in at least.
Yep. Hey, Nighthawk. She's been here pretty much since I started the channel. So great person in the space. If there are any project creators out there that need some advice, she's a good person to talk to. Anyways, guys, are you done with all of your questions? Looks like it. All right, man. This was a fun chat. It was nice to get to know you a little bit, and thanks again for spending an hour with me. Yeah.
Thanks for having me. That went by too fast.
Yeah, that went by really fast, and I barely glanced at that document that I sent you with questions.
If you wanna free fire me some questions, I can answer it pretty quick.
All right, let me at least ask you about let me ask you about your...
Get some lobster. I already got some lobster, my man.
Yeah, we just set up a lobster. Did you see that? The lobster bot in our Discord. So yeah, Zata, he's a community dev star.
Lobster farm.
Yeah, lobster farm. Yeah,
that looks cool.
So you can check that out. Yeah, I mean, I love it because it saves me so much time instead of sending individual transactions. Yeah. All right, so that answers that question. You're into meme coins, but are you into any other, like, tell me about your collection. Tell me about your, like, what are you into other than your own stuff?
Well, that's not really a free fire question because I have a lot to tell you about.
All right. If you had to summarize it.
I can answer right now. I have like 6 wallets though. I have, looking at my wallet really quickly, I have Cardano bits, I have space buds, I have, oh god, pulled PM is not helping.
Nope.
Oh man,
they're being slow.
Something minty right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty slow right now.
Well, you got to do it from memory, I guess.
Oh yeah, Cardano bits, Crypto Dinos. I have some Atomic Heroes, Yumis. I had Aeonium Sky block 1 through 9. I actually sold that.
Really?
For way too much.
Whoa! I had
some
one block 1 sold last week for like over 10K. I saw.
Oh man!
Yeah,
I sold early. That's for sure. I sold like 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Not 2 months. Right after block 8 came out. Block 7, and then I minted the other ones, and I still have 7 and 8 right now. I have 6 degens, 5 Goat Tribes, a couple Clay Nation Good Charlottes that I paid way too much for as well. And I regret. I love them, but
yeah, expensive. I sold mine because somebody paid way too much. I hope it wasn't you.
I minted a Hopper. What else did I mint? I minted some moon pieces. I have like 28 Benjamin Club shrouds at this point.
Yeah, sorry,
I'm going for that double whale.
Is it okay if I look at your wallet on stream?
I can show you a few. Some of them are
sorry.
I hope you don't mind.
No.
It's all good.
I just guessed your handle, Oxy, and I actually
you can guess my handle.
I commented on your Twitter post the other day when I was trying to solve the mystery of who owned the Oxy handle and was holding it hostage.
Yeah, right.
But then I just ended up looking at your wallet.
They were so nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So nice. But yeah, you can look through that wallet. That's absolutely fine. That's where I keep most of my shrouds. Actually, I'm missing one. Where did I put that?
Shroud missing.
I lost one of my shrouds. Oh no!
Oh no!
It's probably lost in one of the other wallets.
So yeah, you're big on Benjamin's club and Benjamin's group.
Yes, I love that. I love Cash as well.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I have too few. I don't even have 10, so I feel like an idiot. But oh well.
Yeah, Benji Club is definitely something that I really believe in Zigor, and I love his work.
Yeah, I mean, Zigor's work just speaks for itself, right?
You like that handle? Look at that handle. I have concurrency. I really like that one.
Where are you sending it to me?
The ADA handle.
Concurrency. Yeah.
Proud of that one. I was like surprised when I got that.
Concurrency. What am I missing? What does that mean? Am I being dumb?
Oh, it was like the all the FUD that Cardano was having with all the dexes. It was because of concurrency.
Man, that must have flown over my head.
Maybe I'm just too much into Cardano.
No, I can be my Viking Squad knows that I can be very thick when it comes to certain things. Oxy was here. Is that your?
That's the Twitter.
Is that your actual? Oh yeah.
That's the Twitter handle.
Yeah, I never realized that.
The OG little status thing.
Yeah. I got my CardanoThor OG as well. But then I just ran out of ideas for my third one.
Yeah, me too. I was just minted. Oxy was here. Soho and Soho Kids. I actually was gifted Soho Kids as well by a community member, which is really nice.
That is nice. Yep.
And I minted all the others from my friends with all the sessions that I had.
Nice. Yeah, I think I got Nighthawk one because I just asked who needed one.
Yeah.
All right, so you got a pretty nice collection, and sounds like you've made some good ADA on selling some. So that's always good.
Yeah, I was pretty early, so I just picked up a bunch of stuff at the start, and thankfully it worked out as well.
Yeah, if you were that early, then...
I sold one of my clinicians for 68 of those. So.
Yep, I sold 2 for under 100, so I'm with you. I'm with you.
Glad to know I'm not alone. I also have some Dirt Birds and Cypher Kicks and Dino Saviors and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
I sold all my Pavias.
You sold all of your Pavias?
Maybe that was a mistake.
Yep, I'm the same way. It sounds like we have a lot in common there. Similar mistakes. All right, man. That's it for the questions then.
Awesome. Well, thanks for talking to me, and thanks for reaching out and asking for the chat for a bit.
Yeah, I'm glad you were able and willing to come on, because I'm excited about Soho Kids. I'm excited about what you guys are doing, and I am gonna keep my eyes on that project. I mean, I hope you guys are as well in the chat, because I think it's gonna be one of those that you don't want to miss. So yeah, talk to you later.
Talk to you later, man.
All right, you too. Have a great day. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.